Hey everyone, it's Pam from GlamJunkJournals, and today I'd like to share with you what I've been working on the past few weeks. This was a custom order, and I'm calling this journal my English Garden Tea Party Junk Journal. And this lady who requested this journal loves colors of blush and cream and light green and champagne, and I also included a lot of her favorite things. So I'm excited to show this to you. And this journal measures, 7 by 9.5. It's chunky. It's got about a 3.5-inch spine, and it's a total of 112 pages. So I decided to make this journal with a soft cover because I did have a lot of the fabrics that have those light, pretty, pastel colors in them. So I brought them all out, and I did do a collage cover, which I like to do, and I layered lace on top of that and a lot of appliques. You can see a lot of different ones, some flowers here, a vintage pin, and some vintage buttons, along with some pretty rose-colored feathers there. And along the side, I did a snippet roll that you guys know I love to do with all my journals, and I added that to the spine. And so I decided on a soft cover just because I think that it was conducive to this journal, the whole theme, and I just really wanted to build up the layers on the cover. So this is tied with a lace ribbon that has a little bit of stretch to it. So we'll go inside, and and on the cover I also added a couple little butterflies there. That is one of the lady's favorite things. So I did include a lot of butterflies along with some hearts and a lot of lace and frilly things and flowers and vines. It was just so much fun to do, and anything that evoked the English garden feel. So that's what I came up with. So let's go inside. So here is the inside cover, and I just think that this totally is English garden. The small tea roses on there, and as you can see around all of the edges, I did line it with some lace or some trim here. And then here is the first page here. This is a music page cover, and there's part of the snippet roll with some a butterfly at the top, and we have some ephemera, a tag that I made, and a vintage calling card. I love that, and I just thought they all went so well together there. So those are just clipped on the side there. A vertical belly band made with some of the fabric that's in this journal, covered with lace and a little bit of bling, and a little snippet that I created. And on the inside here, a picture of an English garden on that journaling card, and a vintage advertisement that talks about corsets. And I thought that was really fun to put that in there. And here is a calendar page. I just thought that the colors went so well with the whole theme here. And a corner pocket here. This is an embossed piece of cardstock, and another cute little butterfly with a tag that I created with some vintage ladies there. Those are from the Graphics Fairy, and I added some lace, of course. And this envelope I received from Your Creative Studio. I did do an opening of the subscription box, and isn't that just the most beautiful envelope? And it goes so well, along with some vintage book page from the Complete Speller. So those all fit in there. A page from the Mode in Costume I need to find another one of those books. I've almost used up the whole book in my journals. And along the bottom here, there is a vintage earring with a little heart, another one of my lady's favorite things, along with some eyelet lace. And this is wallpaper on one side, and on the other side, what I did is I Mod Podged some tissue paper onto the back side of the wallpaper, and I think that that just turned out so wonderfully. And some stamping and stenciling of some vines. We've got some lace, or excuse me, a doily here, vintage ledger, dictionary page, journaling page with another pretty butterfly on there. And of course, Edith Holden got the page with the butterflies on it and added some lace. And here is the center of the first signature. And along this side, I did create a little bead dangle that's hooked on with a bulb clip. And this lace on both sides right here, that was from a vintage wedding veil that I avocado dyed and just cut off all of the pretty appliques. So on the inside here, we've got some tags and a cute little, this was from an autograph book that I got from where was this? An antique mall. This is March 1932, and it's the lady who owned the book was Audrey, so I just thought that was so cute. You know how you used to sign your autograph, you know, your yearbook? And some more tags and ephemera there. And along this side, a vintage postcard. Isn't that gorgeous? I absolutely love that. And then a vintage children's song. And those all fit inside there. And here is a fabric flip up with some of the fabrics that I used in the journal, along with a pearl button and some more of that wedding veil lace. And a cute little card with some ladies, and it looks like a gentleman there at a tea party. So I like that. Some more pages there. A little fold out here. Some more of that stenciled page. And here's the other side of that wallpaper and tissue paper Mod Podge. Added some lace on there. And here is a side pocket that I created, just some, this is kind of like a cluster here. And I did add some tulle. You can see the little sparkly tulle there. And we've got some ephemera on the inside there. I just created a little pocket, some cute little goodies in there. And here is a vintage calling card. This is the actual card. You can see it has been removed from probably an album. And so I thought that that was beautiful. They're going through an English garden there. And so that fits in there. And a little vintage card there. Isn't that cute? Oh, love that. Just love the whole theme here. And here is another side pocket, a corrugated cardboard cluster. That's a mouthful, you guys, that I created there with some of the fabrics and a vintage button. And another postcard there, and some little bits of ephemera all tucked in the side there. And a tag that I created with some green tulle at the top. I love the sparkly green. And then on this side, a side tuck there, another birthday card, vintage card there, and a little envelope right there. So those fit along the side there. I tried to incorporate a lot of the things that the lady who ordered this journal loved, and I think I pretty much got it all, and it was so much fun because it's things that I love too. So I was very excited about this journal. So there you go. It's on. Let's see. Here's another page. That's the other side of that music. It was like the cover for some sheet music. and a vintage envelope. You guys know how I'm digging the vintage envelopes these days. And I stuck a little bit of ephemera in there. And I'm really into the postcards here, so I just love how they just go so well with the journal. So that is the end of the first signature. The second signature is tied with a double ribbon here. Image of an English garden from the Graphics Fairy. I love that. And then on this side here, this is an applique, or excuse me, I don't think this is an applique. This was from a tablecloth, and it has vines. So that's another one of the ladies' favorite things are vines. So I thought that that looked great, and that has been tea stained. And I added some ribbon that has been sewn together, and a vintage handkerchief there, and more. Whoop, fold that over. This is some dyed cardstock, excuse me, stenciled. And here is a side pocket, another image of an English garden. And I added some trim there, and another vintage hanky that is just stuck right in the top there. I thought that was wonderful. And this is from a magazine from 1895. Isn't that gorgeous? And this is the actual page from the magazine. I love to collect these things when I go to flea markets and the postcard and ephemera show. I love using the actual images from the magazines. I just think that that's wonderful. And then on this side, there's some more of that wedding veil lace, another envelope. Isn't that gorgeous? Look at that writing. Oh, and a little card that I created. It sticks right behind there. Another cluster that I made with a heart, and I added some tulle. And we've got some more ephemera on the inside of that little tuck spot there. Some dyed paper, more vine stenciling, more Edith Holden. And here is the center of the second signature. I wanted to add some crocheted doilies to this, and so I liked the way this fit right in the center there. And just some floral trim on each side of these two belly bands. And we've got another card on the inside and some vintage advertisement. Oh, I gotta show you this. This is just too cool. This is a receipt from S. Lind Fox, grocer and importer. And this is the actual receipt dated 1893. Oh, I just love that. It says a case of Barola coffee was $23.50. Whoa. A gross of, I don't know, matches maybe? I just love reading these things. It's so fun. So anyways, I just thought that looked good in there. Love putting that kind of stuff in. And a tag that I created with another song from the children's songbook that I have. More pages here, and a little fold out here. And this is an window envelope that I altered, and I do have a tutorial on that. I'll link that in the bottom in the description on how I make these. And isn't that pretty? I love this trim all the way around, vintage button, and an image from a magazine that I have. And I also have a tutorial on how I make these tags, adding color to black and white images. So this was a magazine image that was black and white. So I'll also link that at the bottom. So that fits right in there. Some more pages here. Double side pocket, and then a vintage calling card on the inside there. Isn't that cute? Love that. And then some more ephemera, and another tag that I created there. And those all fit back behind there. And if you notice, this is some more of the book pages from My Lady Caprice, which is another journal that I have almost completed. So there's some more of those pages. Aren't those pretty? Oh, yay! A collage page with a garden image there, and I added some fabric at the top just to tie it all together. More magazine pages, and here is a tuck along the side with a vintage fashion catalog called The Delineator. Now, I have never heard this, but at the most recent postcard show that I went to, I got one of the magazines, and it is awesome. So this is the actual page, and I think this was, I don't remember the date on this. I think it was late 1800s. I can look. I'm not sure, or early 1900s. And then I added some sparkly trim along the bottom with some beads. There's the other side. There's a fuzz. The other side of that hanky. And just another side tuck with some envelope, or excuse me, what am I saying? Come on. With some hearts and another little tuck right there. So that's the end of the second signature. And here is the third. This page here is also a music page, and it was pretty sturdy. And so I thought that that would be a good thing for the outside cover of the third signature, or I should say the outside page. And I added some trim on there, another vintage envelope that has a journaling card underneath. And look at this postcard. Oh, I just love this. Love this. And it was from, I don't know, looks like Italy. I can't even read the date. 1901. Wow. So cool. Another corrugated cardboard cluster that I made with some of the material and some tulle and music sheet. And this was a barrette that I found at a thrift shop. So I just took off the backing. And doesn't that just bring everything together? Love that. Oh, okay. Yay. I love this. Another postcard. Isn't that cute? Oh, I just can't get enough of these. I just can't. And then some ribbon that I sewed along the side. And here is another one of the wallpaper backed with the tissue paper that had been Mod Podged. An image here from a catalog. Actually, this was a book on tea parties. Imagine that, right? And I added some trim along the side there. Another one of my collaged pages. I do have a tutorial on how I do my collaged pages, so I'll also link that. I added a piece of, this is like a fabric wallpaper, and I added a corner border and then just some little goodies inside there. And a vintage book page there. And here is another tag that I created. This particular image was from the Graphics Fairy, and I just added it on to another image from the Graphics Fairy there. So I thought that went really pretty. The colors just went so well with that. And then let's see, on this page, vertical belly band, another cluster, another advertisement from that same delineator, and another little card. Look at this. Oh, look, it's so cute. Greetings for a happy Christmas and New Year full of blessings from Aunt Rachel. Why, thank you, Aunt Rachel. I love that. It's right in there. Don't you love that? Oh, and there's another one of those. This is on a, that's that calendar that I've been using up. I just think that that's really pretty. Another tuck here with a butterfly, a heart, and a vintage prescription. Ooh, dated May 6, 1918. And it's for aspirin. Wow. You have to get a prescription for aspirin. Oh, and some hearts along the side there. And then a little tuck here with another vintage postcard, 2 ladies near the river. So that fits in there. And this is the center of the final signature. I created a lace pocket here and a lace pocket here. And this is a French fashion plate. This is an original. And I just think that that is probably the coolest thing ever. I know I say that a lot, but it is. And this just says, this is an image says the bride. So there's the bride in the center. Isn't that beautiful? And I didn't want to fold this. I didn't want to put it in any sort of pocket just because it is fragile. So I wanted to just make sure it's safe right there in the middle. And another image from the graphics fairy that I just created, a large card. And I backed it with some lace, and underneath, I don't know if you can see it, I did do some stamping and stenciling, so she fits right there. And another little tuck spot here, and a card with some ladies at a tea party. Oh, I love that. Oh, so fun. And then here's a little, it's like a tag that I created, and I put a vintage calling card in there and another little bit of ephemera. And let's see what we have. Another fold out here. Another image from, I think this is also from the delineator. Isn't that cool? Yep. It was December 1892. Oh man, that's so neat. So neat. And then here's the other half of that collage page that I showed you earlier with this gorgeous lady here and a postcard underneath and just some cardstock there. And then there's the other half of that Mod Podge, what do you call this? Wallpaper. And then this right here is my scrap fabric trim, and I did do a tutorial on how I create these, and I did one specifically for this journal, so I'll also link that to the bottom if you want to see how I created that. And I took a picture out of an embroidery catalog, and this, or yeah, a catalog, and the embroidery part is on this side, but I just loved the really pale pink roses, so I just cut it out and made a little side tuck there. And then there's another one of my journaling cards that I created, and she fits right back there. And there is the back. So with this journal, since it is you know, rather chunky, I did leave some spaces for the lady to add and subtract things, or, you know, move the cards and tags and anything she wants to move around. And so there she is, my English Garden Tea Party Journal. I love this. It was so much fun to create, and I hope you guys loved it too. So thank you so much for watching, and if you'd give this video a like and subscribe to my channel, I would greatly appreciate it. And thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye!